Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Wolf and Falcon Tarot. And this reading is for Leo. If you've clicked on this video, there may be a message for you. Today, we're going to be seeing what messages need to come through for you guys at this time, see what you need to be looking out for, what you can expect, maybe get some insight or just some overall guidance. Basically, my intention is to see what Spirit wants you to look out for or be aware of. So, without further ado, let's bring a message from Spirit to you. For the sign of Leo, please show me clearly, Spirit Guides, in the month of October 2024, what do my Leos need to know, look out for, or be aware of, please, and thank you. Leo, the first card out for you today is Have No Fear. Fear is the trap of the ego. Allow me, Archangel Michael, to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings that's holding you back. The next card out is Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. And the last card out is you're required to open up to your spiritual gifts. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. So, Leo, what does this mean then? Well, I feel like what Spirit is saying here is that your ego is getting in the way of what's truly meant for you. You do have this plan, but by going within and reflecting on it, you're going to find that you can probably, through the help of Spirit, get this plan moving on in a better direction than what you could possibly even imagine. And Spirit's obviously telling you that you are this spiritual person. You do have something to offer the world. Now, that could just be whether you're an artist, a singer, a writer, or whatever you put out to the world. So if somebody gets some value out of it in a positive way, that's a spiritual thing, right? I think what we'll do now is we'll ask Spirit what we need to know, what a new perspective would be, and what action do you actually need to take at this time. Spirit guides for Leo, what do we need to know right now? Leo, I feel what's going on here is we have some sort of divine connection coming in. Now, this could be a romantic connection, but then again, it could be like a unity. I feel like what Spirit is saying is you need to allow yourself to go into this unity with loving trust. The King of Wands is a card that talks about entrepreneurship, a natural born leader, maybe some sort of visionary spirit. But it also means passionate and heart-fueled success. So, together with the Lovers, I feel like once you allow yourself to go into this unity with loving trust, you're going to have passionate and heart-fueled success. But you need to stop wallowing. You need to stop wallowing in your emotions to allow this to happen. So that's what we needed to know, Leo. That this wallowing is almost like a trap of your ego. You get that? Yeah. So this wallowing is like a trap of your ego, and just that's really no good. It is a card of almost like having fear. So you need to be freed from these disquieting feelings, because this is what's holding you back. From this. Now, your plan to move away from the Five of Cups may be good, but you just need to be working on maybe get in there and do some meditation, go real deep to let go of these emotions in order for this to come in for you, Leo. What's a new perspective for Leo around this situation, please? Leo, I dropped a couple of cards on the floor. Now, the first card that the first two cards that came out actually were the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands. This is basically saying that you need to create a bubble around yourself. You need to create create your force field. You may end up going through some sort of challenge. So this is definitely a time to protect yourself. The Ten of Wands is all about heavy burdens, and you can see in this card how she's got that a bison, a cow, mule, whatever you would like to call it. That's carrying all of the baggage, and she's just got this tiny little suitcase carrying her wands in it. So the burden's being shared. So now is a time, Leo, for you to protect yourself and share your burdens. This is a perspective, is that you're going, because we have a death and rebirth coming out for you. So, I mean, the death and rebirth, it's a pretty cool card to have around anything. It's a birth from within. It's like kind of like a transformation, a transition. It's about getting new beliefs. And I think that once you open up your spiritual gifts, like we mentioned earlier, this is what comes out for you. Yeah, it's almost like Spirit saying you're going through an initiation process. And that initiation process is to do with your emotions, to become the Queen of Cups. This is like power of love. This is empathy. This is extremely intuitive. The person that leads with a healing heart, filled with love and compassion, and she's just highly attuned. And maybe these are part of your spiritual gifts, Leo. But the perspective here around your death and rebirth is that it's to probably teach you to come into this person in order to heal your broken heart, or maybe you need to walk through this situation with an open heart. I feel that this is, your burdens, by protecting yourself and sharing your burdens. By protecting yourself and sharing your burdens, it's going to allow this death and rebirth to come through, and you are going to turn into this kind of Queen of Cups energy that's going to allow you to heal your heart. And I think that's what the perspective is that you need to see. Yeah, because what we needed to know is that you have you have a soulmate, a divine connection that's on. I feel like it's on the way, but it can't come in hand whilst you're in your ego. It can't come into play while you're in your ego. And it can't come into play because your plan to move forward just needs that little bit of extra detail work before it can go forward. You need to do your spiritual work. That's what the death and rebirth is, Leo. There's the perspective. And I wonder if that's what's going to come out next when we ask what action do you need to take at this time. We'll see. What action does Leo need to take at this time, please, Spirit? Okie dokie. So, an action for you to take right now is to realise what's done is done. She's looking out to the distance. She sees the crows above her head. These crows are like omens, and they're all 10 of them. It's like you can't fit any more in this card, really. Well, I mean, that way anyway. You could probably dot them all over the sky there, but realistically, if they were actually swords and they were in a bag, you wouldn't get any more swords in there. What's done is done. I want to see if we can put these up here. Yeah. It's a time for you to save and protect what's yours. The Four of Pentacles is about stability, savings. It's also time for you to accept what your worth is, and maybe a time for you to start having a lot more gratitude, because that's going to help you to open up your spiritual gifts. Gratitude is a very important skill to have when it comes to our spiritual work, because it allows us to open up more ideas. It allows us then to plan before we can take action. So we're definitely going to have to start planning for our future, and that's going to help us get through our transformation. You're also going to need to start pondering, and you might need to start being kind of Queen of Swords as well. You might need to start slaying a few people. You need to be unbiased, and I think that you need to start looking at this. You need to look at this perspective. I think that's what we need to be doing. You need to ponder on this perspective, Leo, because now's the time for you to take the world. So that's what you're being asked to do. Spirit wants you to don't stop now. He wants you to walk through with success, be joyful and whole. This is the action that we need to take, because we have judgment as well. Now, judgment in this case, I think that's kind of speaking about freedom, self-realization, spiritual awakening, and having a true heart. So an action here then would be for you to, I think, have some self-realization that about yourself, because that's going to help you become empathic. It's going to help you heal your heart. It's going to help you become this extremely intuitive person and have gratitude. But you also need to, Leo, do what you do best, and that's beat at your own drum, just like the Sagittarians, I suppose. So this is to march to the beat of your own drum. Be filled with charisma and passion. Start pursuing your dreams and have some courage. You know, there's an inspired action around this card, and it's almost, I think that you just need to be, you need to, your plan's almost there. Your plan's almost great. Maybe now you've got a new perspective around this situation, Leo. Whatever the situation was, maybe it was around lovers, maybe it was around a soulmate who was, and it fell down, and it's left you in an emotional state. But or maybe that's what's coming towards you. This what you needed to know. I mean, what we need to know about this situation was, I think that it's probably around a soul connection, but it could also be that you've got a new one coming in. My original intuition was that it's a soul partner that's coming in, that's going to be very passionate and fueled with success. But you need to allow this in is to stop wallowing in what happened prior to this situation. Very interesting read, Leo. Very interesting read, Leo. If you've made it to the end of this reading, thank you so much. Can I ask that you like and subscribe, as this will help my channel to grow? And if you resonated with this reading in any way, Leo, please drop a comment so that I know that it reached you, and that I know that I'm reaching Leos around the world. Again, thank you so much. I hope you have a great day or evening, whatever time you come to this reading. Cheerio.